What's up, everybody? Welcome to my YouTube. Welcome to my review for the 2022 Royal Rumble. Let me get some music playing. What do we want to hear? Yeah, let's leave this on. All right. Let's get the show started. So I was excited. A part of me was excited for this show. And then, I start reading the rumors and spoilers and things like that, which really didn't change how I would feel about the Rumble. However, after the first match, the shit became boring. Like, it was nothing exciting. Everything was predictable. It was... Last year was so much better. They didn't have any fans last year, but even though they didn't have any fans, it was still a lot better. It was boring. Let me fix my camera, because let me turn it this way. Hold on, y'all. All right, there we go. I feel like I'm looking up in the sky instead of looking at the camera, but whatever. All right. So, like I said, tonight's show was boring. It was 4 hours. Normally these shows are a little bit shorter than that, but I guess between the Rumble and however long that stuff takes, and you got 2 minutes in between each, either a minute and 20 seconds or 2 minutes. It depends on how much they feel like rushing. But it was boring. The sign catching on fire was more important than the match that was going on when the sign caught on fire. We already knew one match hitting into the Royal Rumble. Now we know another match hitting into the Royal Rumble. So I guess everything else will be figured out moving forward. And I guess we'll figure out who's going to face the champion. I guess we'll figure out who's going to face the champion at Elimination Chamber. And I guess somewhere between that time they'll build up or whatever they're going to do. Knowing them, they're probably going to wait. Let me see. Mania is April 2nd. They'll probably wait till like the week before to start putting some real matches up without any build like they always do. They had a really good setup though. I really like the entrance. The rant wasn't too long like it has been in previous time, because they are inside of a baseball stadium. The last two Rumbles, with excluding last year's Rumble, have been inside baseball stadiums, and it's been this very super long ramp. This one was kind of straightforward. It was much shorter, and it was much better. It saved on some time. They had set a record. They love to set records. It was 44,390 people in attendance. They were in St. Louis, and I guess I don't know. I don't know what to say, because it's like stuff was already set in stone, kind of for certain matches. I don't know. Let's just get on with the show. The first match that opened the show, which I was kind of surprised by this, is I thought it would be like a Beth and Edge, or maybe what's her name, Becky and Doudrop, but it was actually the Universal Championship match, and it was Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins. So Roman Reigns comes out first, and normally I hate when the champ comes out first, but what Seth did next was perfect. And so he came out to the Shield's old music. So when it was Jon Moxley, also known as who used to be known as Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins, they used to be the Shield back in the day. So he came out to the Shield music. He walked through the audience. So he was really getting into Roman's head at this point. And I loved it. I was like, it's the biggest troll move. And during this whole entire match, he was fucking with Roman. He was getting in his head. He was laughing in his face. I just thought it was excellent. I thought this was some of Seth's best work. I was against Seth for the longest time being in this match. I still am because he's not a SmackDown superstar, but it was an excellent match until the end, in my opinion. So like I said, he comes out, he has the Shield music playing, he's walking through the audience, he's getting in Roman's head, he's laughing in his face, he's reaching out like the fist thing when they all would hit each other's fists. So Seth is like in control super early in this match. I mean, high speed, high pace. There was 2 times where I was like, oh shit, he's literally going to win the match, because like it was like a 2 and a 3/4 whatever kind of count to 3, and I was like, he's going to win the title, which to me would have been so wrong. Seth hits a Shield powerbomb through the table. Seth hits a moonsault. He hits a top rope frog splash. He hits he hits Roman with his best like early on in the match, and Roman was able to get out of all of them. He also hit the curb stomp. He hit several several close calls. Roman got out of the curb stomp. Roman hit some spears. Roman was running for a spear, and Seth turned it into a pedigree. Like I said, this is a great match. They work well together. I was not expecting it not to be a great match. My concern was that it was not going to go the way that it was supposed to go, but it did end up going the way that it was supposed to go. So, Roman hit what's his submission move? The guillotine lock, I think that's how you say it. He ended up hitting that, and Seth looked like he had passed out, and the ref actually, was holding his hand and pulling his hand up and holding his hand, and Seth was, he was in control. I'm like, shit, the boy get ready to win. I thought he was going to get out of that too. He didn't. It was weird because as he was passed out, the ref went to go hold his hand and did like that, like they'll hold your hand. If your hand falls back down, then they know that you passed out, you disqualified. But it seems like maybe I missed this part, but when he was holding his hand up, he kind of like scooted over closer and he grabbed the rope, but Roman wouldn't let go of the rope. Roman got disqualified for not letting go of the rope after the 5 count. After the 5 count, then they'll get disqualified. So he disqualified himself. I hope this was a one-off match. I have a feeling that it's not. I have a feeling that we're going to get this match one more time in Saudi Arabia. I don't think we need to, but I think that's what we're going to do. After the match, Roman beat Seth. I mean, he beat the shit out of Seth with them chairs. He broke chairs over his back and everything. He fucked him up with them chairs. And then he walked off. So next I was actually surprised by this because I thought they would kind of hold it off. I thought they would do like 2 matches and then the Rumble. But they went ahead and did the women's 30-woman Rumble match, which to me didn't make sense because right after that match was the Raw Women's Championship. So once we saw the outcome of that match, we already knew what the outcome of the Raw Women's Championship match was going to be. So I'll go down the list and, we'll talk about that, whatever. So first out of Sasha Banks, like I said, she came back last night. I think it would have been better if she would have came back tonight instead of last night because it would have been a surprise. So she comes out. And then second is the return of Melina. I don't know if this is a one for all or if this will be something where she can get like another, maybe a final run or something like that. She came back out. She looked great. She was very emotional in the ring. And then all of a sudden she got eliminated. I don't know if it was a botch. I don't know if her feet slipped and she was supposed to not get eliminated, but she was like literally in the ring for 60 seconds and then she got eliminated by Sasha Banks. So it was like your entrance was longer than than the match. So I don't know what that was about. Out next at number 3 is Tamina. Number 4 is Kelly, who ends up getting eliminated by Sasha Banks. Aaliyah is at number 5. Liv Morgan is at number 6. Zelina, who eliminates Sasha Banks, comes out at number 7. Bianca Belair comes out at number 8. Dana Brooke comes out at number 9. A returning Michelle McCool comes out at number 10. She always looked good when she returns to the match. It's interesting that maybe she probably just doesn't want to, but I definitely could see her having like one final match, something like that, because she always looks like she's never missed a step when she does these Battle Royal Rumble kind of matches. She eliminates Dana Brooke. Sonya Deville comes out at number 11, and as we learned last night, she was a surprise entrance, basically to keep fucking with Naomi. So she comes out and she has her jacket on, so she's still in that authority, that head figure GM role. So she decides that she's going to wait, and we know she's waiting for Naomi to come out. So she goes over to the commentary booth and she sits there with them, and she just waits. Natalya comes out next, who tries to eliminate Bianca. She comes out at number 12, who tries to eliminate Bianca and Tamina, but only ends up eliminating Tamina. Up next is a returning Cameron, who was part of the Funkadelics back in the day with Naomi. Clearly, Naomi was a much better wrestler than her, but it would have been cool to see a nice little reunion with them two in the ring. I know there was some rumors last year that she was supposed to be a part of some kind of reunion with Naomi, but they didn't. It didn't happen. So Sonya Deville is at the announce table, and she ends up saying, like, who's that, blah, blah, blah. And Corey Graves is like, oh, that's Naomi's friend. That's Naomi's best friend. That's Naomi's former tag partner, things like that. So Sonya Deville's like, oh, really? So she takes her jacket off, she gets to the ring, and she starts pretty much bullying and beating up on Cameron, and ends up eliminating Cameron. And right after Cameron gets eliminated, Naomi comes out, and Naomi sprints to the ring. She gets in the ring, and I mean, she whoops Sonya's ass in that ring, and then she ends up eliminating Sonya, and the crowd loved it. It was pretty much, for me, the best part of the Rumble. So people loved it. I wish they would just get their heads out their asses when it comes to Naomi, because in my opinion, she should have won. And in my opinion, she's having another title right under her belt. I don't know how people cannot see this, or how she trends, or how the crowd reacts to her. I just don't understand it. But I guess we'll get more of Sonya and Naomi in some shape or form. At number 15, Carmella comes out next. Rhea Ripley comes out at 16, who does a double elimination on Carmella and Zelina, because they've been feuding. Carmella also didn't get in the ring right away, so when Rhea came out, she threw her into the ring. Charlotte comes out at number 17, who eliminates Aaliyah. And she almost eliminates Naomi, but Naomi grabs onto the bottom of the rope. And as she's hanging onto the bottom rope, because clearly she's ready to do some kind of something to get her back into the ring, Sonya Deville comes out of nowhere and pulls her out of the ring and eliminates her. So that's how we know that the feud is still going on. So at that point, I was like, well, fuck it. I don't give a fuck who wins. Ivory comes out and she does her old gimmick. The sensory people, whoever the gimmick was, where they would come out and censor the girls back in the like when the Attitude was ending and they was kind of going into like the Ruthless Aggression era. She was part of that. So her and Chyna would feud with that gimmick. She came out. To me, I mean, it was cool to see her. It was cool to see the gimmick. I guess we needed a gimmick person. So, but she ended up getting eliminated. Like, she wasn't in the ring probably the same amount of time Melina was in the ring, for 60 seconds. A returning Brie Bella comes out. A returning Mickey James, who is an Impact Knockout champ, comes out. She comes out to a huge reaction. So, shame on WWE for releasing her, because she has a huge reaction. She ends up eliminating Michelle McCool. Alicia Fox comes out next. Nikki at 21. At 22, Nikki Trash comes out, the superhero. At number 23, Summer Rae comes out. Number 24, Nikki Bella comes out. So Summer Rae they had this feud going on. Her and Natalya had this feud going on. At like online and things like that, but nobody paid it any mind. It was a pointless spot in the ring, and she got eliminated by Natalya and Charlotte, and I was like, whatever, who cares? And then Nikki Bella ends up eliminating Alicia Fox, who also wasted another spot, and it was very disappointing because for the life of me, I don't understand why there was no NXT women involved. You could have had Dakota Kai, you could have had the girls at Toxic Attraction, you could have had Io Shirai, you could have had Raquel Gonzalez, you could have had Core Jade, you could have had so many people that's ready to come. Well, Core's not ready, but you could have had everybody else who is ready to come to the roster to be part of the match. It just would have been interesting, but they didn't. And I'm just like, are you going to leave those girls down there forever? Or are you going to bring them up? I don't know. It was stupid. I'll say that at the end. Where am I at? Number 25 is the return of Sarah Logan. So I don't know if she is back full time or not. I know her husband is part of the Viking Raiders. So, and if she comes back, it's like, is she going to be a solo star, or is they going to team her with Liv? Because I have a feeling that WrestleMania we're going to get Carmella and Zelina against the what's them damn girls' names? The Bella Twins. I just have a feeling for the women's tag team champion. I feel like they're going to try to build a division now. Whatever. Sarah Logan is eliminated by the Bella Twins, and Liv Morgan is also eliminated by the Bella Twins, who was also in the Rumble for 37 minutes. So to me, it feels like she was the Iron Woman of the match. I have to go back and look at how long everybody was in the match, but I feel like she was the Iron Woman of this match. But again, I just feel like they wasted Liv Morgan. They wasted pretty much everybody in this match. At number 26, Lita returns. She comes out. She eliminates Mickie James. Lita, I like Lita, but she was looking very her age. Yeah, that's what it is. She was looking her age. Take it how you take it. Number 27 is a Hall of Famer, Molly Holly, who makes history tonight because she's the first person who produced the actual match and was also in the match too. And she gets attacked by Nikki Trash. They both like this superhero gimmick, and she gets thrown in the ring by Nikki Trash, and then Nikki Trash throws her out of the ring. At number 28, Ronda Rousey returns. So once that music hit, I said, well, there's the winner. She eliminates Nikki Trash, Brie Bella. Brie Bella eliminates Nikki Bella, like she did, like, because Nikki eliminated her a few years ago at the very first Women's Royal Rumble back in 2018. So then they all got eliminated. Shotzi comes out at number 29. And at number 30, Shayna Baszler comes out. So for a moment, I was like, oh, wow, this is pretty cool, because we've never seen them in the ring at the same time, Ronda and Shayna. And it got to a point where, they were kind of smiling and things like that. And then they would get ready to fight each other. And then they just didn't. So I'm wondering because supposedly Ronda is back for a year now. So I'm wondering if Ronda and Shayna are going to have some kind of feud, or maybe a one-off or something like that. I think that'd be a really cool match. I think maybe like you could build Shayna up for Ronda, maybe like around SummerSlam or Money in the Bank or something, that let them feud. I think that would be really, really cool. And that'd be something maybe that can get Shayna back into what she used to be. Ronda also eliminates Shotzi. She eliminates Natalya. Charlotte eliminates Lita, Rhea, and Ronda were fighting on the apron. Charlotte eliminates Rhea, and we're down to the final four, which are Bianca, Shayna, Charlotte, and Ronda. Bianca was trying to eliminate Shayna, and then Charlotte ended up eliminating. So it was weird. So this is how it went. As Bianca was eliminating Shayna, Charlotte eliminated Bianca. So everybody got eliminated except, at one time, and then it was down to the final two, which was Charlotte and Ronda. They didn't do shit. Charlotte ran towards Ronda. She threw her over the top rope. Ronda's going to WrestleMania. In my opinion, Ronda does not need. She didn't need this win. This win should have went to somebody who really needed it, like a Naomi, like a Sasha Banks, like who else is on here? Maybe a Liv Morgan, Bianca Belair. Bianca didn't need it either, but it'd have been pretty cool. But Ronda didn't need this win because she's Ronda Rousey, and she could just walk in and say she wants a title match because they don't really care about things like that. But it's interesting because I read online and Dave, maybe it was Dave or it was Sean Snap, and they were pretty much saying that that Charlotte and Ronda are going to feud. Are they going to face each other at WrestleMania 38 in Texas? I don't want to see the match. We already seen it, but I guess we'll find out Monday what's going to happen. But that lets me know that if they have Elimination Chamber for the women, then the women obviously are going to have, that's going to be for Raw. So they will probably most likely Bianca will win that and go on to face Becky. And I'm thinking maybe they're saving Becky and Ronda for Los Angeles, where you can have Becky and Ronda in Los Angeles, and then you can have Rock and Roman for next year's WrestleMania. So we'll see. I thought last year's Royal Rumble was better for the women. Like I said, even though there was no fans last year, I just thought last year was much better. This year was garbage. It was boring. There was a couple cool spots. It was some nice surprises like Melina, Naomi eliminating Sonya. So it was cool. But other than that, it wasn't hitting on nothing. So next is the Raw Women's Championship match. And this I was saying like earlier, I was like, you have this match. Why not have this match first before the Rumble? Because now we know that Ronda has won the Rumble. So clearly Ronda is going to go on to face Becky, right? Pretend you didn't hear what I said about the report of Charlotte and Ronda. So all we know is Ronda's going to face Becky because why else will she be back? So we clearly knew that either way. We knew Doudrop wasn't winning, but if we really knew she wasn't going to win, after this, I just thought it was dumb. I think they should have had the Universal Championship, then they should have had the Raw Championship match next. That's just how I feel about it. The match was dry. The crowd was not into it. And on top of that, the WrestleMania sign had caught on fire, so they had to evacuate the section. So people were more involved in that. That was it. I didn't pay it any mind. It was a sleeper match. It was so dry. Becky wins with a man slam off the top rope to Doudrop, and she wins the match. So hopefully that's a one-off, and we can move on to figuring out who Becky's going to face at Royal Rumble. So we'll have to probably deal with that for the next couple of weeks. So here we go. The match we all have been waiting for. For years, we have been waiting for Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley. For years. It was a typical Brock match. It was definitely underwhelming. It was not anything of what I was expecting. I wanted them to go out there and put on a classic. I wanted them to go out there and show off. I wanted them to just fuck each other up. But I felt like either Brock didn't really care for the match, or because they knew what the outcome was going to be, they didn't put a lot of work into it. But if Brock didn't care for the match, he wouldn't have did it. Because if he doesn't want to work with somebody, he's going to say no. Because I remember they wanted him to work with Jinder Mahal, and he said no. So they square up. Brock hits Bobby with a suplex. Bobby jumps up immediately. Bobby hits Brock with a suplex. Brock kind of takes a second to get up. So it was showing that for a minute it was showing that Bobby was a little bit stronger than Brock. Brock tries to get hit him. He hits him with two suplex and try to get him with a F5, but he breaks out of it. He hits Brock with two spears. Brock ends up rolling out the ring. So Bobby goes for the same move that he did at day one, where he's running towards Brock when Brock is in the barricade to slam it to spear him in, but Brock ends up moving out of the way. So Bobby spears himself into the barricade. I'm tired, y'all. This damn show has drained me, so forgive me. So they're back in the ring. Brock is he's in total control. I think he hits about 4 or 5 suplexes. He gets him in the F5. Bobby escapes. He puts him in the hurt lock. Brock breaks out of the hurt lock when they go over to the corner. So he hits him with the ref. So the ref is behind Brock as he pushes Bobby into the ring, into the corner of the ring. And then at this point, I'm like, okay, here we go with the shenanigans. So Brock is getting ready to hit Bobby with the F5. He has Bobby on his shoulder, so he turns and standing there is the ref. So he hits the ref. The ref gets knocked out. We have seen this so many fucking times in a Brock Lesnar match. He hits somebody comes out, somebody attacks, or somebody low blows him, or something happens along that line. All of a sudden, here comes Roman Reigns. Now, this is where I was surprised, because I didn't think Roman would get involved. I thought the Usos would get involved. But the Usos wasn't even on the show, actually. The Usos nor the Viking Raiders was on the show, which is to me crazy, because they could have had the tag team championship match on the show, or they could have had it on the pre-show. So who knows when that match will happen. So this is where the match gets interesting. So Roman comes out, he spears Brock. The ref is cold. The ref is knocked out cold. All of a sudden, if looks could kill, Paul Heyman would have been dead. He's staring a hole into Paul Heyman. Then Roman goes to hands his hand out. And next thing we know, Paul is holding the title, and then Paul hands the title over to him. And at this point, Paul has turned on Brock, which a lot of us expected that. I just don't think we expected Roman to get involved with the match. So he hands him the title. Roman is holding on to the title. Brock stands up. Roman runs and hits him with the title, and then walks out the ring slowly. And then all of a sudden, around the corner, here comes Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman's got his hands up like, I ain't do nothing. You ain't see me do nothing. I ain't in it. And they walk up the ramp. Brock is laid out in the middle of the ring. Bobby goes for the pin. Out comes another referee. 1, 2, 3. Got a brand new champion. I told y'all Bobby was going to be the champion. I told you guys Bobby was going to be the champion. I am happy that Bobby is the champion. I have no idea. I mean, no idea on who Bobby's going to face at WrestleMania. I'm just happy he's the champion. I guess we'll figure that out in Saudi Arabia at the Elimination Chamber. I wouldn't mind maybe. I don't want to see Drew again. Well, Drew's on SmackDown. Damn. That's a good one. I gotta sit and think about this. Maybe an AJ Styles. Maybe I don't want to see Edge. I have no idea. Some people are saying almost. How do you say his damn name? But that would be fucking stupid as shit. Um, Damn, that's a good one. I have no idea. I have no idea who's going to face Bobby. I guess we'll figure out within the next couple of weeks. I can sit and think about it. I have no idea. Maybe Kevin Owens, but I don't want to see that either. Seth, I don't want to see that either. We'll see. I do think that Bobby should never have lost a championship. I think that he should still be champion going. I'm glad he's champion going into WrestleMania again, but I don't think he should have lost it during that couple, 2 or 3 months he didn't have the title. I think that if they really wanted to build Big E up as a star, Big E also is now on SmackDown, so he's no longer part of Raw. So that lets me know that they get ready to feud probably for the tag team titles again or something along those lines. But I always thought that when Big E had the Money in the Bank, he should have cashed in like Seth did at Money in the Bank, and you could have really built a star with Big E. I didn't care for Big E's title run. His title run was trash. It didn't make any sense to me, and yeah, but I don't run the company. I just complain about it. The next match is a match that we could care less about. The next match, I don't think should have went past 10 minutes. Hell, it should have went past 5 minutes, especially with the time frame we were on, the time limit or whatever. It's Edge and Beth versus the Miz and Maryse. It was okay. It was too long in my opinion. Edge and Beth won with a glam slam. I hope this is the end. I hope that we could move on. I am going to keep on saying this. Edge versus AJ Styles. I don't give a fuck how we get there. I don't care if you just say, here's the match. That needs to be the match at WrestleMania this year. Finally, we had the men's Royal Rumble, the last match of the night, the main event. And if you can guess from what I said about Brock Lesnar, then I'm sure you can figure out who won the Royal Rumble. But let's go ahead and get through it. And speaking of AJ Styles, he comes out first. And I put in my notes who I want Edge to face at WrestleMania. So you can see how impressed I am for that. And then at number 2, we have Shinsuke Nakamura. Number 3 is Austin Theory. And it's interesting because I thought, well, I'll save that. I'll actually save that for when that person comes out. So number 3 is Austin Theory. Number 4 is Robert Roode, who has a little show off, a little standoff with AJ Styles, but he ends up getting eliminated by AJ Styles. Ridge Holland comes out, and then AJ Styles eliminates Shinsuke Nakamura. At number 6, Montez Ford. At number 7, the United States champion Damian Priest. At number 8, Sami Zayn. Number 9, Johnny Knoxville, who got a huge pop from the crowd. And as he's in the ring, he does a little bit of here, a little bit of there with Sami Zayn, but he ends up getting beat up by everybody in the ring. So he's part of the Jackass, so he's probably used to taking those kind of hits. And then he ends up getting eliminated by Sami Zayn. And then Sami Zayn is eliminated by AJ Styles. Have we ever seen an AJ Styles and Sami feud? I don't know. That would be really good. At number 10 is Angelo Dawkins. 11 comes out almost. How do you say his fucking name? Who knows? Who eliminates both the Street Profits, both Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins. Number 12 is Ricochet. And I promise you, I thought as soon as Ricochet got in there, I thought his ass was going to be out because of how they treat him. Number 13 is Chad Gable, who comes in and he's trying to get everybody riled up. So he's trying to get people to go after almost so they can eliminate him. And he sends Damian Priest first because Damian Priest is like the biggest person. But Damian Priest ends up getting eliminated by Almas. And then at number 14 is Dominic Mysterio. And everybody in the ring, with the help of AJ Styles, who does a move, who runs it and does some kind of kick, they all eliminate Almost or whatever his name is. I don't know. You see how much I don't care about him. I can't get his fucking name right. At number 15 is Happy Corbin, who eliminates Ricochet. He also eliminates Dominic Mysterio. Number 16 is Dolph Ziggler. AJ Styles eliminates Austin Theory. Number 17 is Sheamus. AJ eliminates Ridge Holland which is Sheamus' tag team partner as Sheamus is getting into the ring. So that pisses Sheamus off. And number 18 is Rick Boogs. He eliminates Chad Gable. Number 19 is Madcap Moss, who then eliminates AJ Styles, who was in the ring for about 29 minutes and almost 30 minutes. He also eliminated Chad Moss. What's his damn name? Madcap Moss also eliminates Rick Boogs. I felt like AJ Styles should have went down to the Final Four. AJ needed this because he hasn't been doing anything. He needed this. At number 20 is Riddle. At number 21, it was actually an actual surprise to me because it was Drew McIntyre. And it was a surprise because just like Sasha Banks, Drew was injured. He was supposed to be out a lot longer. He was supposed to be out, I think, past WrestleMania because he had a neck injury, and they said he was supposed to get surgery, but clearly he's been cleared. He comes out. He eliminates Corbin and Moss, who he has been feuding with at day one. They're the ones who injured him. He rolls out the ring and he fucks them up outside that ring. So, it was good to see that. At number 22, we have Kevin Owens. At number 23 is Rey Mysterio. At number 24 is Kofi Kingston, who was eliminated by Kevin Owens. Kofi was going for one of his spots because Kofi is famous for doing like these crazy spots in the Rumble. But I guess it was a botch or whatever. He was on the top rope and then Kevin Owens pushed him or whatever. He was supposed to jump from the top rope over to the barricade, but his side hit the barricade, which could have cracked his damn ribs or whatever, and both his feet hit the ground. And I'm glad they caught it because normally when they want him to do a big move or they want somebody to do a big move, they might look past it. But I'm glad they caught it because both his feet did touch the ground. At number 25 is Otis. At number 26 is Big E. At number 27 is the surprise entrance, who was Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny was part of the Rumble last year when he was feuding with The Miz and John Morrison. No, Damian Priest was feuding with The Miz and John Morrison. And Bad Bunny came and got involved. He actually had a match at WrestleMania. He actually was very, very, very good. Very good. If he wasn't a rapper, I could see him being a wrestler. He's very good in the ring. The crowd hated it at first, but then he started doing his moves and stuff like that, and the crowd really got involved, and they really got behind him. And then the number 28 is the return of Shane McMahon. So I had said this yesterday in my review when I found out that he was returning. To me, I thought that Shane McMahon and Austin Theory would feud with each other, and I thought that because Austin Theory has this storyline going on with Vince McMahon. We really don't know the context of the storyline, but I feel like Austin was going to do something stupid in the ring, or he was going to disappoint Vince and maybe attack Vince, or do something that Vince was going to make Shane come back. So I just thought they would have some kind of feud or whatever, which they probably still can, but I thought they would have some kind of interaction in the ring, but they didn't. So Shane McMahon eliminates Kevin Owens, and then comes Randy Orton, and the crowd goes crazy. Randy Orton is from St. Louis, so that's the hometown boy. He eliminates Big E and Otis. At number 30 is Brock Lesnar, the winner, who eliminates Randy Orton, right along with Riddle, right along with Bad Bunny and Shane McMahon. The final two are McIntyre and Brock. Brock eliminates Drew. Brock is going to WrestleMania. Are we shocked? No. This is one of the laziest WrestleManias. This is a predictable booking. I got what they were trying to do, but it didn't execute well. It just was not good. So you could tell that the crowd was not in it. And I will give credit to WWE. The crowd was not in it. Normally, they would do the piped-in noise. I don't know if the arena was too big or what, but normally they would do the piped-in noise, and we would see people not hyped, but you would hear the noise and you're trying to figure out like where the fuck is that noise coming from? Because nobody's hyped. But they didn't do it, so props on them and props on people having a genuine reaction to stuff. Other than that, I'm happy that Bobby won. And I like the fact that Bianca was in the final four. Asuka did not return. I knew Bayley was not going to return. Paige wasn't going to return. We knew that. So yeah, Monday we'll see what happens. Like it was boring. It was boring as hell. I didn't even have my thing scrolling at the bottom. It was boring. It was boring as hell. That's all I got, y'all. I ain't got. That's all I got. I ain't got no more. Only thing I can say is like, comment, and subscribe. If you enjoyed the Rumble, great. For those who will be watching this video, leave your comments. Leave your comments below. Tell me what you think. What parts did you like? What parts didn't you like? Just tell me how you feel. And again, like, comment, and subscribe. And I want to thank everybody who's helping me get more and more subscribers. Right now, my goal is to get to 100, and I'm at 74, I think. Let me see how many subscribers I'm at. I am at, and how I can tell how many subscribers I'm at. But I'm at like 74, 73 subscribers. And I want to thank everybody. Let me see. Make sure I get this right. If you want to tell me? Your channel. I'm at 75 subscribers. So I just want to thank everybody who has subscribed to me and everybody who will be watching this video. I hope you enjoy it. I am going to probably go to sleep now because I'm kind of sleepy, and I have to get prepared for my talk show tomorrow. So that will be pre-recorded, and I want to play around with it and do some stuff like that. So that's going to be pre-recorded, but it will be up tomorrow, probably around between 6 and 8. So I do want to watch that. I do want you all to watch that. I want to get feedback. I'm not talking about wrestling. It's going to be part of the other ideas I have for my channel. So it's going to be lots of fun. I can't wait. And we're on the road to WrestleMania. The stupendous WrestleMania. So again, like, comment, and subscribe. Leave your comments below. Turn on your notification bells. Check out me on social media. If you want to email me, my email is provided in my links. And you guys enjoy your Sunday, because we are now on Sunday. It's 12:44 in the morning. And I'm glad I did not go to WrestleMania live. Anyway, like, comment, and subscribe. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.